Hello! One of my favorite flowers is the lotus. Not for just beauty, but for the deeper significance it holds. It represents much more than you might initially think. The fruit lotus in the mud is often used to describe the idea that we must go through more to achieve beauty. The reason because I bring this up is because I no longer believe in certain ideas that keep me stuck in a healthy planet. Over time, though, I realized that growth requires shedding all perspectives that no longer serve me. There was I don't believe that can prove about your previous partner. They will want some you love and what is important to love and if you don't say it then why is it a pattern? Forgiveness allows you to move forward, but holding on to benefits only keeps you stuck in the past. I don't normally have no solution to problem. Some solutions may require more effort, but in the end, you find a way. This is what the sky really means. I no longer believe in the idea of the right person, right time. Some people will love deeply, others will hurt you. It's a right time because even in pain, you need something from the spirit. You need to not go back, you need to move on, like falling, you begin a stone along the way. Hello, today I'm going to share one of my favorite ladies, my girlfriend, who teach me so much. Is this Jan Kristen? And Jan Kristen, my girlfriend. Um, yeah. She, she live in New York. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New York. So today I'm going to share something that I like to see my girlfriend. He is in New York. He is called Jan Kristen. Jan Kristen. One of my favorite flowers is a lotus, not for just beauty, but for the deeper significance it holds. It represents much more than you might initially think. The free lotus in the mud is often used we have through the mood to achieve beauty. The reason because I bring this up is because I no longer believe in certain ideas that keep me stuck in a healthy balance. Over time, though, I realized that growth requires shedding all perspectives that no longer serve me, and that was I was listening constantly because I was through a chapter in my life when I was so completely like, oh, what is wrong? Why I have to do this? And when I see that kind of gear, teach me that so many things like, for example, things that no longer serve me. I no longer believe talking poorly about your previous partner. They want some you love and what is important to forget. It doesn't mean you forget. If you don't say then why say about them up? And that's the best word of the video. If you don't say then why say about them up? So please, ladies and gentlemen, she text me 6 years. I never come back in a relationship. When I cut a relationship, I immediately good. And I was like, yeah, that's women's who are really women's. And yeah, really women's. Always cute. Well, I'm going to show you a part of my favorite video is of my good friend. One of my favorite YouTube channel is Jan Kristen. He teach me um one of my favorite. I want to say that part that I memorized is I didn't get into my free relationship in college, and before that, I understand something very important. That is when someone likes you, you don't have to question their motives. They make it clear through words or action. This trait they don't mean when someone is shy or are going. When they're comfortable with you and genuinely interested, they find out what to show. If they don't, it might be a friendship. But doesn't change the fact that the actions stick to bonds. Confidence in expressing feelings shows emotional maturity, and that is incredibly attractive. On the other hand, if you like person that attention is taken the person, that is your answer. It's time to stabilize and accept the behavior for what it is. Setting a total success a person like you, even if you don't think so, offers a fresh perspective to understand this dynamic. The video emphasizes the role of nonverbal cues such as working alongside or serving to learn more about you. And Saktigo title is my YouTube channel favorites. Teach me that signs of my childhood is really important. My childhood to understand what's wrong with your life, to understand your childhood, how your behaviors, how childhood affects your life like adult when you're growing up with that you know, are so many professional people and that channel, like, yeah. And